Hi guys! So Thursday trim down again has come and gone, but I will not be defeated. No, I will not. So what happened to my video? It will not upload again. This is frustrating to me. So frustrating. For whatever reason, I seem to be in this very chatty mood, and the majority of my videos I make on my phone. However, since I'm so chatty, once I connect all the clips, it's too long to upload. And for whatever reason, no matter what I do, I can't seem to get it from the phone to the computer so that I may upload it. Sure, there's a way. I just haven't figured it out yet. So here I am making another Thursday trim down video. So how did I do on Thursday? You know, since today is now, well, technically it's almost 1 in the morning, so it's Monday. Yeah. I took a nap after church, so I'm kind of awake. It's going to make tomorrow so fun. I told you guys, my sleep schedule is messed up. But anyway, Thursday trim down. I lost 2 pounds this week. I'm super excited about that. I'm thrilled with that. Would I have liked it to be more? Oh yeah, I would have. But you got to remember, I only started really focusing and getting back on track like a couple days before weigh-in. So what is that, Tuesday? So around Tuesdays when I decided I really need to get my head in the game and my rear in gear. And it's when I realized I'm fighting a spiritual battle, and those I know how to win. So, so here we go. So I'm down 2 pounds. In 2 days, I'll take that. So we will see what this week brings. I don't honestly know how I'm doing right now. It's not that I haven't weighed in. I just don't remember. Let's look. Not that I'm going to give you numbers or anything. Just be like, oh, I'm up or down. Let's see. Because I'm a weigh in every day kind of girl, but I didn't weigh in this morning. We're down a little. So, you know, it's a good start. So down 2 pounds from last week. I'll take it. Especially since it was like a 2-day progress. And yes, indeed, there is salt in my Trader Joe's everyday seasoning. It's the first ingredient, sea salt. Okay, when I say that I like this seasoning, let me just give you a little preview of how much I like the seasoning. Because, you know, that's the kind of girl I am. Like, I'm not exaggerating here. I know I'm off screen. Sorry, guys. I'm not exaggerating when I say that I really, really like this. But I do tend to use a lot of it. Now, we do not have a Trader Joe's where we live. This is important. I must explain this. So we do not have a Trader Joe's where we live. And the only time I get to Trader Joe's is when I get my eye injections. So that's when I have to go to our state capital to get them. And there's a Trader Joe's there. So I like to stock up, okay? Are you ready? Okay. We have the current open bottle because I just finished one. When I realized I really like this stuff. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's see if I can get it to focus. No. I cannot. Because if I didn't want it to focus, it'd be like, yeah. But anyway, Trader Joe's everyday seasoning. This is the open one, okay? Set that one over here. Now, remember I stocked up. So, yeah. Like, not even kidding. There are 5 there. That would have been the 6th one because I was almost out. And that just cannot happen. We really like the seasoning, and I think I like it the most. I like it on eggs. I like it on pizza. I like it on chicken. It'd be really good on steak. Like, I like the seasoning. You get the idea. So I stocked up, of course. But I stocked up with 6 jars because I like it. But I think that the sea salt is the culprit. So I kind of need to cut down on that. I did get a lemon pepper to try when we were there, but we haven't tried it yet. I thought that might be good on fish or even chicken. But yeah, so you see, I have a slight issue with the seasoning, right? Slight. So I have a lot of it to use up, so it's not going away anytime soon. However, I really think I need to use quite a bit less. So sad about that too, because I like this stuff. By the way, if you haven't tried this and you have a Trader Joe's, I highly recommend it. However, if sodium is an issue for you, be careful, because it is for me. So I think that might be the reason why I've been having swelling leg issues since I've cut down on it a bit. After I noticed the sea salt, the swelling legs have decreased. I mean, I still retain water. It's what I do, but not nearly what it was. So, yeah, fun times. So I think at least I figured out what caused that and can at least slow it down, if not eliminate it, by just using less or not as often. My seasoning is going to last quite a while now, but that's okay. I just will need to get any next time I go get injections, right? So I am super excited about being down 2 pounds. First of all, I'm just excited that the scale went down. Like, can I get an amen there? I think we're all excited for me with that. I know I am. Excuse me. Water. It's my goal. I really need to get more water in. The pounds. Good Lord. I'm starting to get tired, I think. The walk 100 miles challenge. Y'all, I am still doing that. I did not make a video because we had to take my hubby to the ER. He's fine. He's fine. So what happened? I went to pick my daughter up at school, and he works nights. So while we were gone, he hopped in the shower. Not abnormal. Thank God he's clean. But when we got home, my daughter came in the door first, and then she comes running out to me, and she's like, "Mommy, Daddy's hollering for you. He said help." So I go in there, and I'm like, "What is wrong?" Y'all, this is not the first time this has happened, so I was a little more calm, but it's very scary when this happens. He has varicose veins, and one of them just decided to rupture. He didn't bump it on anything. He didn't rub it against anything. It just decided to rupture. Now, it's a vein. And when a vein does that, blood just shoots out like a fountain, like everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. The first time this happened, he was able to get it stopped. I didn't even know it happened. The second time it happened, it was in the bedroom, all over the carpet. Still working on getting those blood stains out of blue carpet. Every time I shampoo, a little bit more comes out, but I'd love it if I could just get it all out. Third time, in the bathroom. We have a very small bathroom. When we got back from the emergency room, because we could not get it to stop bleeding, there were bloody handprints on the walls. The tub was covered in blood inside and out. The floor had puddles of blood. The towels he was grabbing to try to use them had tons of blood. And I'm not trying to be disgusting or gory. And if you have a weak stomach, you may not want to listen to this part. There were clots of blood on the towels that big. Like, I would say he easily lost a quart and a half, maybe 2 quarts of blood between here and the hospital. We put we put some trash bags over his leg and then put another trash bag over that because, of course, that one had blood from the floor. Then I put trash bags down on the carpet in the living room to walk him out to the car and try to keep the blood out of the car and off the living room carpet to get him to the emergency room. By the time they saw him, it had stopped bleeding. But there was a good quart of blood in the trash bags, just hanging. Literally, guys, I dropped him off at the emergency room door. We went and parked and we went in. I was shocked that he was sitting in the lobby waiting. Like, I don't know why they didn't just take him to the back, seeing trash bags full of blood. He's clearly spouting blood, right? And me, I'm like, oh, he's losing too much blood. He's losing too much blood. They told me that because of his size, he probably has about 7 quarts of blood and he's good. But I I was worried that he was going to pass out. And he said he felt fine, but wife here, lots of blood. So he is perfectly fine, perfectly fine. However, I'm making him make an appointment with his family doctor and getting him referred to a vein doctor because there is nothing that they can do at the emergency room for this because sewing it up is tricky and cauterizing it, they don't usually do. They just put a Band-Aid on it and wrap it. I mean, 3 times this has happened. I don't want it to happen 4. It's very scary. The first time, well, it would have been the second time, but the first time I was aware of it, my daughter came. She heard my husband yell. So she went in there and then she ran through the house to grab a Band-Aid. And she took him a Band-Aid. You know, one of her little character Band-Aids. Y'all, that ain't going to cut it. And then she comes in and she's like, Mommy, what do you do if blood is shooting out? I said, what do you mean, what do you do if blood is shooting out? I'm oblivious. Like, I don't know what's going on. He didn't tell me. She didn't tell me. And she's like, what do you do if blood is just like shooting out? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, Daddy has an owie on his leg and blood is just shooting out. I'm like, what? So I go in there and sure enough, blood is shooting out. And he's grabbing T-shirts and socks and that was the first time I was aware. And I didn't know it happened before until we got to the ER and they asked him. Well, actually, we went to Ready Med for that one. They can't handle it. But they asked him, has this happened before? And he's like, oh, yeah, but I was able to get it to stop, no problem. Wife is oblivious. Now, I'm concerned because of the amount of blood just gushing out of him. And I don't know, maybe it's just because it's a varicose vein. But if he ever had to have emergency surgery or something like that, would he like bleed out? Like, what if I'm not there to tell them that he bleeds profusely and he's not on a blood thinner? So, wife brain, right? These are all the things going through my mind. So, I wasn't scared. I wasn't panicked, but I was concerned, and I was really annoyed that he was still sitting in the lobby. I think anybody who was sitting in that waiting area would have been happy to let him go ahead, seeing the bag full of blood. Like they knew, they were shocked he was sitting there too. And they were taking other people back who probably had the flu. And I'm sitting here going, don't you think you should probably maybe just stop the bleeding? Stop the bleeding. But by the time he had gotten back there and they went to clean him up, it had stopped, of course. Of course it had stopped. Y'all, men. Oh, so wife's goal is to get this taken care of so we don't have to deal with this again, because it's scary. And I know it scares him too, but probably more than it scares me because it's his body. But I keep telling him, apply direct pressure. And he's like, it's just not working. I think what happens is he just kind of panics when it's happening. It's not painful or anything, but he's losing a lot of blood. And I think he just kind of panics, and then he's trying to wrap it around. He's trying to put pressure on all the wrong places. And he really just needs to kind of plug the hole and hold as tight as he can until the bleeding stops. But he's just like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And the doctor's like, it did work because you're not bleeding now. But he's in the moment. He's freaking out. And I'm like, okay, we got to get you to the hospital, because if it's not stopping bleeding, and I wasn't going to just, I didn't want covered in blood. Oh my goodness. Oh, it was something else. It was something else. So that's why there's no Walk 100 Miles challenge video. But I will tell you what I've done so far. It's just not an official video because I figured it out earlier. I have done 35.7 miles since it started on the 1st, which is not bad. Not bad. I'd like to be doing a little more. I mean, there were some challenging days. Literally, the first week it started, I was sick. So most of that week, I was asleep. I just was. So, yeah, that with the trip to the ER, I'm doing okay. I'll take the 35.7. But, yeah, I need to get moving more clearly, because I really would like to be about 15 miles more than that right now. Well, 10 miles more. So, yeah, it's not too bad. But I'd like to be doing more. So, yeah, there's that. Trying to see what else I need to update you all about. Oh, you want to hear a funny story? Do you? Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I haven't slept, so it would be technically yesterday now. Sunday. I thought, I'm gonna get all dolled up, right? And do my hair, put some makeup on. So I start putting on the makeup, and I apparently didn't wait too long enough, because it was caking so bad. Like, you could see it, like, just cake. So I thought, okay, I've got time. I'm gonna wash it off and start over. So I proceeded to do that and knocked the little cover-up powder into the wet sink that now needs replaced. So I thought, that's okay. We're not going to put makeup on today. It's all good. We're going to do the hair. That hair would not cooperate for nothing. To the point where I said, should I even go to church today? Like, is this just like, I should just go back to bed? Like, is this what I should be doing? Because, and even all the way to church, I'm like, praying, please don't let me get in an accident. Because the way my morning was going, I was like, it's inevitable. It's just inevitable. I did not, thank you, Jesus. I did not get in an accident. But, that's just where my head went after the way the morning started. I'm like, okay, mommy's not having a good day today. That's what I told my daughter. I'm like, her day is just not starting out good. But it got better from there. It's just one of those crazy things. I'm like, so now I need to get more makeup. And y'all remember how much fun I had buying the last round? Do ya? Not fun at all. But at least I know kind of what I want. So I just have to go get that one item. And I know what that one item is. So once I find it, then I can just grab it and go and not spend hours in the makeup aisle looking for waterproof mascara. Y'all, I'm not kidding. I was there for a good hour. A good hour. At least. Are you guys drinking your water? Are you drinking your water? This is my fourth one of these, and these are 18-ounce cups. I've also had an iced coffee, 2 large Diet Cokes, and 36 ounces of Diet Dr. Pepper, roughly, today. I drink a lot of liquids. Can you tell? I do. Most of it's soda. I am liking the iced coffee. However, look at this. I just have everything right in reach, right? I'm on a mission to make my own because it's cheaper. So I got sugar-free, of course. Some, you can't see it. I'm so not a professional. But this is the Tirani sugar-free classic caramel. And then I got the sugar-free French vanilla to flavor them up because it just sounds good to me. So, we'll give it a try. Here's the thing, though. I'll have to ask my husband because I don't make coffee. I don't drink coffee. So I'm going to need to actually have to know how much coffee to put in the filter to make the coffee through the coffee pot because I don't drink coffee. I'm not a fan of coffee. I do like sweetened iced coffee, though. I'm not a fan of bitter things. I do like kale, but usually it has some sweet sauce with it. Or I'll make it for breakfast with like sweet potato or something like that. And it sweetens it up, and I love kale. But bitter things I'm just not a fan of, which is probably why I don't really like most of my vegetables raw, and I like them cooked. My husband, however, doesn't like them cooked and likes them raw, which I'm sure is healthier. Well, I know it's healthier. However, it frustrates me because I like to throw in a lot of veggies when I'm cooking. And if it's something that he's eating, I can't just do that unless I make like 2 batches. And sometimes that's simple. Sometimes it's not so simple. So it's frustrating, but he's healthier than me for that, I guess, or would be if he actually consumed veggies. Okay? I will buy him his favorite vegetables, and he will not eat them unless I place them in front of him. Like, why? Why would they're in there? Just grab some and go. I don't understand. I guess it's just not his first go-to. For me, vegetables are definitely a go-to. I love vegetables. Now, fruit, I'm not a big fruit person. Now, he likes fruit more than I do. Speaking of fruit, yeah, I'm rambling on, but it's all good because I'm doing this one on the computer. It's just going to take a while to upload. And it's a one take, obviously. There will be very little editing to this one. So, went grocery shopping with my daughter because, what's a weigh-in video without rambling about a bunch of other stuff? And she wanted some watermelon. because she saw some watermelon in a package, all cut up, probably about that big. She's like, Mommy, can I have that watermelon? I'm like, no, you cannot. She's like, why? I'm like, because it's $8. $8. Y'all, $8. I did, however, get her a little package that was about that big that had 4 little spears in it. That was on clearance for $1.55. So I did let her have that. But I'm ready for summer too, but that watermelon couldn't have been that good. Although she has been loving it. I've been giving her a spear each time she wants some. And she's gone through half of it already. She loves it. But I'm just like, $8, $9 for a little package? No. That's not even a whole watermelon. I don't even think it was a half a watermelon for that price. Might have been a quarter. So I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. Mommy's a little too frugal for that. But she is enjoying it. Now, she's a fruit eater. She will eat some vegetables sometimes, mostly carrots. Now, the crazy thing is when she was a baby, she'd eat mushrooms, she'd eat broccoli, she'd eat carrots, she'd eat peas, she'd eat anything I put in front of her. And now she's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. She won't even try it. So my rule is you have to have at least a bite of it. Then if you don't like it, that's okay. But you have to at least try it every single time I put it on your plate. So that is the goal. But all this child ever wants to eat is pizza rolls. Like, I'm not kidding. Pizza rolls for breakfast, pizza rolls for lunch, pizza rolls for dinner, except for lunch at school. Now, lunch at school is weird because she will eat at school except for on taco day. For whatever reason, she doesn't like tacos. But on taco day, she takes her lunch. But when she eats at school, she eats healthier. Just ask her, what did you have today? And she will tell you that she had a salad or she had carrots with dip. She goes for those other healthier choices. And then one day she told me she had these orange things, but she couldn't remember what they were called. When we went to the store, I showed her peaches and I said, were they these? She's like, yeah. So I bought her some since she really liked them. But yeah, she's not a fan of taco day. But at home, all she ever wants is pizza rolls. That's it. That's it. I don't understand. I don't understand. This child would eat pizza for breakfast if I let her. She just would. And I'm like, that's really not breakfast. So, I don't know. She loves bacon, though, so I got that going for me. What's crazy is if I ask her, like, on a day she doesn't have school, I'm rambling on, guys. Are you still even listening? Because I am really just rambling. But what happens, like, on a day she doesn't have school, I'll be like, what do you want for breakfast? And sometimes she'll say, like, oh, I want some scrambled eggs with some cheese on it and some bacon. I'm like, okay. So I'll make her the bacon and the eggs with cheese. If she wants toast, I'll make her the toast. Want to know what she eats? The bacon. Like, she might eat the toast, but the bacon. And I'm like, you didn't eat your eggs. I'm full. I only give her 2 slices of bacon, y'all. She can't possibly be full. But it's so funny. And I'm like, well, you got to take at least 2 bites of your eggs. I don't make her eat it all. And if I actually believe she's full, like if she's had something before while she's waiting on me to make it, I won't even go there. But yeah, it's just like, nope. But when I do make her eggs, it's so funny because she always reminds me, Mommy, don't use the coconut oil for mine because she's allergic to coconut. But it's so funny. She's like, don't use that. It's like, okay, I won't. Don't worry. I will not forget. So y'all, I am just rambling on here, and this is now a 30-minute video. I don't even know if you're still listening. Quite honestly, I'm sorry if you are. I should be sleeping. I should be sleeping. It's 1:15 in the morning. And that alarm goes off at 7. So I definitely should be sleeping. But you want to know what I was doing? Dad. One of my dogs got sick, so I was shampooing the bedroom carpet. Yes, it was. I gave her some of the cat food that the cats didn't eat because I have this. I have. I've mentioned it before. I have 2 older cats, and I think the one is missing a tooth. So I got him some soft food to eat. Well, you can't just give it to one cat and not the other 2. Well, I have the one cat. He eats it pretty good, but he never finishes it, and it's purchased for him. Then I have this other cat who's the same age, and this is the one with the swollen belly, and she wants everybody's. Okay, she could have just eaten the dry food. She could be completely full and content, but she wants to eat everybody's. So, like, she'll take her little paw and she'll try to pull the bowl over. She'll push her head in there, but I have to move her out of the way. But I always make sure that there's a couple bites left for each of my dogs. I have 3 dogs, I have 3 cats. So out of each of the bowls, I make sure there's at least a couple bites for each of the dogs. Well, tonight, my female dog, she's 13, she got sick after eating it. Really sick. And she threw up on my carpet. So, yeah, I was shampooing the carpet. Yes, it was. That's okay. It came up and she's feeling better. So, that's all that matters. But lesson learned, she's not getting that one again. Not at all. No. They loved it. The other dogs loved it, but not her. No, she got sick. So, yeah, y'all, I'm actually contemplating making this video again, just cutting out less or cutting out most of it, but I just want to get a video up because I'm sure you're all wondering, hey, wonder how much she gained or lost this week. I didn't see a video because if you're like me, you'll want to know. I heard something behind me. But anyway, speaking of that, I'm not noticing those little white lights tonight. I didn't know what they were the night that they had them. And they might have been there tonight and I just didn't notice because that's completely possible. Because I'm tired. All right, guys. I am going to get off of here because we're at 33 minutes. Yeah. This is probably a record for the longest video I've ever made. When I first started making videos, it was a challenge to get to like 3 minutes or 5 minutes. It's like, what do people talk about on here? And now I just go on and on and on and on, much like I'm doing right now, about nothingness, literal nothingness. So I hope y'all had a good night, spending it with me, drinking your water. Drink your water. It's not even half gone. Like you can't see, and I'm not spelling it on the laptop. Not happening. But it's not even half gone. But it will be gone before I go to bed. And I'm good with that. So I'm going to get off here. You all have a blessed night. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're still listening. Are you still listening? You are. Oh my goodness. You're still there. I know it. All right, guys. I am going to get off here because Slap Happy is kicking in and nobody needs to see that. All right, guys. Bye.